In case the irony and humor of my name goes right over people's heads, let me quickly just explain where my name comes from. Bullet holes in the Bible. Now, let me first just remind you that I did 3 tours overseas, 2 combat tours, and I was in the Marine Corps for 13 years. During that time, I was a machine gunner, a combat instructor, a counterintelligence specialist, and a light armored reconnaissance platoon sergeant. Me and my buddies saw a lot of combat, and we went through a lot of bullets. After I left a life where I identified primarily as a combat Marine, I became a Christian evangelist, obsessed with Christian philosophy and theology, and teaching about its doctrines from many different denominational perspectives for about 5 years. So now we got the bullets, and now we got the Bible. But let's make the connection, shall we? When you're receiving a 3 or 5 or 6 point sermon in a Christian setting, you receive those through bullet points. You following me? But I believe that when those bullet points actually dig deeper holes for people who are trying to understand this crazy theology, they're actually creating bullet holes in their own Bible. As an ex-combat Marine and Christian evangelist, I like to point out those bullet holes in the Bible. Do I literally want to take the Bible and set it up on some range somewhere and pull out an M240 Bravo machine gun and put a 50-round belt right through it? No, not really. But it would be nice if we could at least get people to recognize that it's fiction and hopefully get it classified that way as soon as possible. Until then, I'm going to keep taking my shots at the cyclic rate. That's 650 to 950 rounds per minute for those of you who aren't machine gunners. P.S. Aren't Christians the one that say everything's about spiritual warfare? If you really want to, you can think about what I'm doing on TikTok in a very similar way to what I did as a machine gunner. Laying down suppressive fires so that other troops can maneuver and counterattack in this spiritual warfare. As long as the machine gunners keep firing, the enemy's forced to keep their heads down. But lucky for me, some of you keep popping your heads right up, just to make yourself an easy target for the rest of us. Oh, and since you guys have a really hard time delineating the difference between what's metaphorical and what's literal, I meant my entire spiritual warfare journey as being metaphorical, just like my name. Have a good one.